order that the Negro may be reached with education and propaganda, and that he may be organized for activity, the following methods are recommended. Nuclei shall be established in all existing Negro organizations. Colored organizers and speakers shall be sent among Negroes in order to inform them and win their confidence. Newspapers and publications shall be established. Friendship of liberal-minded Negro ministers shall be sought, as these men are at the present time the leaders of the Negro masses. Conferences on the economic conditions among Negroes shall be held from time to time with these ministers, educators, and other liberal elements, and through their influence, the party shall aim to secure a more favorable hearing before the Negro masses. Who do you think wanted to do this? All the way back in 1922, Soviet communists. People that look like this, actually. That picture was taken from the convention in 1922, where the document I just read was confiscated from. Back in 1922, Soviet communists had an idea to infiltrate the Black community and control every aspect of our lives. But the question is, did it work?
If you study the structure of the Negro community, economically, politically, civically, psychologically, and otherwise, it's controlled by the white liberal, who usually poses as the friend of the Negro.
When did they begin their infiltration, and how did they befriend us? The CP, the Communist Party, was one of the first left groups, left-wing leftist groups, to take up the issue of racism and oppression. During the 1930s, 40s, and 50s, the Communist Party made great strides in the area of union desegregation, public education about racial injustice, and legal support for civil rights activities. That's how they became our friend. They told us that they would help us fight against racism. What Malcolm X says is they infiltrated all of our organizations in every aspect of our life, and in doing so, they actually stop us from becoming liberated.
These northern foxes pose as white liberals. They pose as your friends. They infiltrate all your organizations, and in this manner, by joining you, they strangle your militant efforts toward freedom, toward justice, and toward equality.
The people that have said that they were helping us with racism and oppression are actually the ones holding us back from overcoming the symptoms of racism and oppression. That's why Malcolm X said that they were the worst enemy to America as well as the Black man. Because communists hate America, and they're using us to destroy their enemy. Fast forward to last year, what did we get? Black Lives Matter with the Black Fist, communist organization. Remember Patrisse Cullors? She says that she was a organizer.
I'm a trained organizer.
Where did Patrisse Cullors say that she was trained? Who trained her?
The Labor Community Strategy Center is my first political home.
Started by an old friend of mine,
Yes,
Eric Mann.
Eric Mann, that's my mentor.
Eric Mann was her mentor. Who is Eric Mann? Eric Mann is a communist from the 60s. So we saw that the agenda, as stated, was that the white communists will send a colored organizer and a speaker to us to win our confidence. Eric Mann, white communist. Patrisse Cullors, colored organizer. Did she win our confidence? I believe so. They raised $90 million last year. The biggest movement that has ever happened in America. And how did they do it? How did they win us? How did they get us on their side? They said that they were helping us fight against racism and oppression. This has been happening to us since the 20s, and we still haven't wisened up yet.
You kind of got to ask yourself this. It says the majority of Black babies are being born, 72% are being born to unmarried mothers. Now, between 1890 and 1960, I want to say this again, between 1890 and 1960s, the marriage rate was 80%, which was actually higher, which was a higher percentage than all of white America. And so look at the time period between 1890 and 1960. That means that through Jim Crow, we were married. Through the Great Depression, we were married.
70 years.
Think about it. Yeah, we were married through Jim Crow. We were married through the Great Depression. We were married.
But what's your end goals? Like, what do y'all want to be? Do you guys want to be somebody's wife? What do you want to be?
So sometimes I don't really know if I necessarily want to get married.
You want to have kids?
I do want to have kids, but I'm not sure if I want to get married.
You want to have kids, but you don't know if you want to get married. So that means that you're planning to already bring this child into and have a deficit in their life, right?
I mean, I feel like if I find the right person, we could get married. Sometimes I don't really have a lot of faith in
But do you have to find the right person to have the baby?
I do think